Welcome back, friends, for this all-important round 3 and race number 3 here in week 6. This is Gross MTV bringing you live coverage of the GTCC here at Watkins Glen. It has been already an outstanding week of racing here. Race 1 and race number 2, both checkered flags taken by the number 23 driver of Douglas Beard. So congratulations to him. He is definitely taking advantage of that home track here at Watkins Glen. He loves it, and he has shown why. He is faster than light here. I mean, I'm telling you, he has really taken off, Kane. Kane is doing a fantastic job right now bringing up the point standings for us to see. And look who is in first place going into week 6. It's Robert Fagg with 216 points. But the magic is, Kane, is look at that second place driver with 212 points. Douglas Beard has taken races 1 and 2. You think he wants to get in that number 1 spot?
Yeah, he is wanting that number 1 spot back pretty bad. Now, I don't know how the grid has turned out on this third race, but this third race they always do a random reverse grid of the top 10. So we'll see how that plays out and see how far back he starts, but he's definitely on the lookout for that first spot.
Also, for the second time this season, Doug Beard has a chance to do what no driver has done this season other than himself, and that is win the hat trick and winning races 1, 2, and 3, get the trifecta. It's only been done once by him, and he has a chance to do it here at his home track, Kane. I know that would be very important to him. To get that done is just so difficult with the talent that we have here in this series. Look at C.P. Allen in the 3rd position. He's had a fantastic weekend as well so far. Looking at Ellis Stevens missing this week. I hate to see him gone tonight. Eddie DePaula scored in the 5th edition in points going into this weekend. And Eddie has had a great week as well, as he has finished in the podium twice. And then looking after that, we see Mario Girard. He was in the 6th position in points going into this week. And bless his heart, he's had just a tough go at it so far. Just trouble for Mario Girard. He unfortunately wasn't able to finish the first race, and the second race we just saw, trouble was right around the corner and got him and sent him to the back of the pack. He was able to fight back with Robert Fagg, and he was able to fight back to, I believe, a 7th finish, Kane. But really, so really, all in all, a great effort by Mario Girard. He's definitely fast here. He's just got to stay safe. He's got to stay out of trouble. And I think it has to do more with luck than his skill, because he definitely knows how to get around this place. Those are some of the storylines going into race number 3. I know Kane probably wanted to show us a video if we have time. I don't know if we do. We may have to show it at the conclusion of this race, depending on our time.
It's alright. We're good to go. We won't. It's nothing we gotta show. We got a race to watch here.
Outstanding. 15 seconds and counting till we start the griddings here at Watkins Glen, folks. So very excited to bring you this 3rd and final race, and as soon as I have the information, I will read the grid out on how we will be lining up. In practice warm-up time for this 3rd race, Douglas Beard is your fastest time with 1 minute 15 seconds, .571. And right behind him is the black and yellow number 16 of C.P. Allen with a 115.97. And then the next fastest driver, one in a 116 flat, is Mario Girard. So there is a little bit of some fun to add towards this storyline. That shows that Mario has the speed to get it done here, Kane.
You know, I knew that he did. I know that he's pushing it right to that line and hitting those curves. Makes it a little challenging.
It really does, and I mean, he's just a fantastic job. I just love to see him be able to pull it out. I just really want to see Mario pull this thing out. But here we are. We're getting ready to grid up. Kane, I'm gonna let you do your favorite. You know, you're the best at getting this thing started, so it's up to you, bud. I'm gonna let you count us down to green. And we're
off the
off.
line without any casualties here. Got Jim Egan switching lanes there right off the start. Fabrizio right up against the wall and kept her out of trouble. Got the overkill racing car going on the outside, trying to pass several of them. Looks like it's right on the outside of Mario. This could be disastrous.
Too wide riding uphill. This is very tough right now. Looking at Diagonal Motorsports car of Mario Girard. He does a fantastic job of keeping that thing okay. He's right behind, nose tucked behind Robert Fagg right now. Or excuse me, is that look who is in the lead right now, Kane. Peter Hebron in the Martini in the number 46. We've seen him pull this inverted grid to a victory at Sebring several weeks ago. He was in first. I apologize. Robert Fagg is now in first, guys. I'm sorry. But we have seen Peter Hebron pull this thing off from this format in the third race so far this season. So if he could catch Robert Fagg and do it again, that would be outstanding. Right now, as we look at our storyline, I'm looking for Doug Beard, and where's Beard at right now currently, Kane?
He's back in 7th. Who is that just got wide there?
That would be, it looks like CP Allen, but it's not. It's his
teammate Kobe Moore.
No, Kane, that was CP Allen back in the 6th. He's listed at 6th, but he definitely fell back after that. That was CP Allen. Because that is the number 16 Kia. I thought it was Kobe Moore, his teammate, but it definitely was CP Allen. And right now, Peter Hebron trying to hold on to second place, doing a dang good job of holding on to it as well, Kane. Right now, he does have Eddie DePaula right on his tail, trying everything he can to hold him off right now. Eddie DePaula goes to the outside. They're door to door. They're going to be coming up on a turn here. It's going to be an advantage for Hebron, but he gets on the brakes and allows Eddie to slide right by. A good move by Eddie DePaula to take that second place position. Eddie DePaula's run very, very clean, fast laps here at Watkins Glen so far, and you can see him racing real hard trying to catch Robert Fagg up in first. Eddie DePaula would love to get on top of that podium here at Watkins Glen.
Douglas Beard was making a move on Jim Pinkman and Mauro Girard, and they cut him off, and he had to get hard on the brakes to keep from getting in an accident, and that's exactly what he did, and fell back in line behind Mario. But that was some good paying attention right there, and kept him in the race.
Man, it's just amazing how quickly things can turn sour. It's really fortunate that they were able to stay out of trouble there, Kane.
Oh,
trouble right now.
The guardrail and shot him straight into the wall.
And Douglas Beard in massive trouble gets shot through the gravel pit. I think he got into the wall, Kane. It's minor damage to that Kia. And the number 23 in his home track here looks like it's going to be almost an impossible feat to get that hat trick here in race number 3 after that unfortunate accident.
Yeah, that's some pretty serious damage. I don't think he's going to be able to keep pace. He's definitely going to have to take it through the pits to the attention of his crew and get that reset.
I believe you're absolutely right. I don't think he's going to be able to carry on with a car like that. We'll see. I think it's minor damage, but I think it's that kind. Well, he stays out. So if he's going to pit, it's not going to be this lap, but he's going to have a mandatory pit, Kane. This is a mandatory stop race.
Yeah,
so
maybe yeah, he could have knocked it out then, got his car repaired, and maybe not have lost too much time, but I didn't know that about the mandatory pit. That definitely makes sense. Peter Hebron still holding on to second place. That's a fantastic job by Peter Hebron. That, what happened there? How did he get back around Edward? And matter of fact, that's interesting. Great job, Peter.
Yeah, Peter Hebron finding his way around Eddie DePaula and Jim Pankton in fourth, and Peter Hebron showing an outstanding skill set right now. He's getting passed right now by Jim Pankton in the number 77, Kane. Right now, fantastic racing up here for this second place spot.
And Jim Pankton, looks like they got by. No? Yes. Sorry.
Yes, it sure does. Jim Pankton. I'm sorry, Jim Pankton pulled in front there. Eddie DePaula's right behind him. Peter Hebron trying to hang with this group. This is a tight-packed group because right behind Eddie DePaula and Jim Pankton is Hebron, is Fabrizio Battistella, Mario Girard, C. Allen. What a group of drivers right there. In the group behind
Mario
them,
Girard gets into Peter Hebron, and they have a heck of an accident.
Yeah, I see Peter Hebron, Mario Girard. I also see Kyle Herron got off the road. No damage to the number 25 of Kyle Herron. He's able to escape without any damage. Not so sure about that with Mario and Peter Hebron. In fact, I know
Kyle
Peter
Herron's got off a little bit there too. I think that's what you just said, and no damage. He's back going. But yeah, Mario on his lid flipped her completely over. What a bad week for Mario.
Mario Girard has just had luck. I mean, it's like if he had any kind of luck, it left him about a year ago. Where is it at? Poor Mario. I just, unfortunate. Peter Hebron is currently in the pits, folks, as he is trying to repair and getting that Martini Kia fixed right up.
Jim Pankton's having a great race, still up in third place.
And trying to pass Eddie DePaula, Kane.
He's putting the pressure on for sure.
And that's the battle I'm watching currently. Right now you see Eddie DePaula taking that right-hander right there, carrying so much speed towards the final run down towards the start-finish line. That's one of my favorite spots of this racetrack. That's where you'll see him heading soon. Here you see him come up on this sharp left-hander, and as soon as they come out of that one into the right towards the start-finish line. I love the finishing turns here at Watkins Glen. It's a great track to finish a race on.
880 driver Fabrizio Battistella is making his way up into the battle as well.
And doing a good job, so he is hanging right in there with him. Trying to catch his teammate there. He's going to have to pass Jim Pankton, who's put an outstanding display of driving on for us.
Took a little bit of paint off of his fender there as he got a little wide.
Yeah, that was a woo moment. It's definitely a good moment there. DePaula trying to break away from Jim Pankton. He gets off the road, Kane.
He was one of few that had managed to keep it on the pavement after that move.
And he is going to lose some spots, though, Kane. He was in second. He falls behind his teammate, Fabrizio Battistella, and now has Jim Pankton, and that'll allow him to go into second. But Fabrizio Battistella trying to make a pass on the inside. He is able to make a pass. So now we have another second-place position holder, and that's Fabrizio Battistella in the number 83 Pepsi Max Kia.
Yeah, great job. Way to just stick with it and be patient. Let the race come to you.
And it pays off big time for Battistella as he's able to head of Jim Pankton, who's had an outstanding race so far to this point.
But
you see
Pankton's
CP
not
Allen.
giving up.
Trouble for Eddie DePaula. He goes head-on collision into the wall, to the barrier, and that is bad trouble for Eddie DePaula. Douglas Beard in trouble now as well. Also seeing Jim Egan crash. We have pandemonium here at Watkins Glen, folks. I mean, we're going to have to get the replays out. That was a terrible accident all over. Jim Egan in trouble. We saw Douglas Beard in trouble. We saw Eddie DePaula in trouble. I'm surprised Eddie DePaula was able to drive that thing.
And that was just crazy. Looks like Egan and Beard got going. Egan's got a lot of damage there.
Oh, Jim Egan tried to save it, but he was carrying so much speed through there. When he hit the brakes, they locked up and he lost control. There was nothing he could do. He couldn't look forward. He couldn't look back. All he could do was brace and take the hit. What a tough break for these guys.
Has made his way up into the battle for third. He is side by side with Fabrizio Battistella, and going into turn one, Fabrizio backed off and let him go ahead and have the position. That's smart driving there, because seeing all these cars wrecking around you, just finishing the race is going to be a pretty good points haul, and you don't want to take any risks.
Good point, Kane, and you said it. Right now we have a great battle with Jim Pankton and CP Allen for that second position. Here you see him there. They go again. Is he going to make a pass? No. Jim Pankton gets a little loose on the exit curve, Kane. The car gets a little upset, but it's okay. He settles it down, and he's doing okay now. But
that looked to me like he more than likely is going to get a slowdown on that one. We'll probably see the other two go by him here pretty soon. He cut that corner pretty good.
He did. When he hit that curve, that car got really upset. He actually popped the curb, and I'm surprised he hasn't had to slow down. Maybe didn't get slowdown penalty. Maybe a very fortunate for Jim Pankton there. Maybe a little gift from the racing gods above. He's deserved it with this fantastic run he's had here in race number 3, folks.
Yeah, good job, Jim Pankton. You know, what a great race. He's another driver that's had kind of a tough haul the first half of this season, and has found himself in some incidents and just having a tough time. This is good to see him running up in the second spot, getting some camera time, saying his name a little bit more so I'm not screwing it up as much. So congratulations, Jim, on a great run so far.
That's right, Kane. I'm proud of him. He's doing really good right now. You see his last lap time was 1:17.
Great pass by Fabrizio Battistella right there to cut right in front of CP Allen like that on the chicane, taking over the third spot.
Wow, that's replay worthy right there, Kane. But we got to be moving along here. We are on the third and final race here. We have 6 laps remaining in this 16-lap race here at Watkins Glen, folks. Right now, I'm going to do a rundown in just a second. We do have 6 laps remaining. We are in race number 3, and currently our leader is the number 28 of Robert Fagg. Jim Pankton holding down the second position in the number 77 Kia. While CP Allen is in third. Fabrizio Battistella is currently in fourth, while Simon Goodwin back in fifth. Drew Lidke in sixth. Eddie DePaula back in seventh. Kyle Herron's able to be in the 8th position, while Mario Girard is currently in 9th. Douglas Beard is in 10th after that accident, and Jim Egan in 11th as well. Peter Hebron is currently cleaning up the back of the field in 12th. And I want to make a correction. I was reading that, how they ran, and Fabrizio Battistella is up to 3rd now. They hadn't scored him yet until he crossed the finish line, but he made that fantastic pass on CP Allen around the chicane that Kane mentioned just a few moments ago. And Kane, we're just in for a treat. I mean, we have 5 laps remaining, and look at this battle we have for the second place position. I'm really proud of that number 77 driver, who's been able to hold off a tough Fabrizio Battistella and CP Allen.
And he's pulling away now. I mean, he's doing a great job.
Look how he takes turn number 1 right here. He's down for a perfect turn. He doesn't use that runoff zone, and I think it helps him gain some time, Kane.
With these cars, anytime you get up on the curbs, it upsets the car. And, I think avoiding upsetting the car in that turn 1, that might be saving some time.
It definitely looks so, as we have a great camera shot there from a high angle. You can really see him breaking away from Fabrizio Battistella, who's had a really good run here at Watkins Glen as well. These guys have down some just unbelievable lap times, and definitely are making up some really good speed here at Watkins Glen. Right now you see Jim Pankton is making his way around as he tries to go to the last 3 turns of Watkins Glen to round out this lap. But what a great job of up into the 2nd position, and not only that, breaking away from the 3rd place car of Fabrizio Battistella as he's still working on him.
From the bumper of Pankton, you can see C.P. Allen and Fabrizio Battistella having a heck of a battle back there. C.P. Allen is just right on Fabrizio's bumper. That's going to play out to be a heck of a race again here before long.
Yeah, there's going to be some bullets sweating by Fabrizio Battistella if there isn't already. Great view right there, Kane, as we're looking out of the back of Pankton in 2nd. Just a second ago, looking at Fabrizio and C.P. Allen battle it out the uphill section. Here's that long straightaway on the back stretch here at Watkins Glen. You get super fast before you get to that chicane, Kane. And look how great Jim Pankton goes through that chicane this time. Absolutely perfect. But his predecessors right behind him doing just as well. CP dropped back from Fabrizio just a hair, but it looks like he's going to make that time back up in just a second.
I am just completely impressed with the way this race has turned out tonight. What a bunch of action in this race tonight. Some great accidents. Not that I'd like to see the accidents, but they can definitely add some action. And some great door-to-door racing. Some amazing passes. Action-packed race tonight.
Yeah, really good here. Always a privilege here in the GTCC. These guys really know how to do it, and great competition here. Before we break down the last 3 laps here at Watkins Glen, I want to say thanks to Get Dirty MX.com for being on board with the GTCC and GrossM all year long. We really appreciate them being with us. Guys, we have we're under 3 laps now here. We're sponsored by GetDirtyMX.com. We really want to thank them for being on board with us one more time. But I got to do a rundown before we get to the final 2 laps. Robert Fagg is your leader with Jim Pankton battling hard in 2nd. Behind him in 3rd is Fabrizio Battistella with C. Allen battling hard in 4th. Simon G. Goodwin back in the position, while Drew Lidkey's in 6th position. 7th is Eddie DePaula, while the 8th position belongs to Kyle Herron. Mario Girard's holding P9, while 10th is Douglas Beard. Jim Egan fighting hard in the 11th, with Peter Hebron cleaning up our field in 12th. That's how they run, Kane. We are getting down to the final laps here, where all white will be coming out this time by, I believe.
Well, it's looking like we might have a team overkill 1-2 this week. And that's just fantastic. Jim Pankton didn't quite sound like I got it right, although I did. He is having a great race.
He is, and we haven't talked about his teammate the entire race because he has been absolutely dominating this thing, and that is Robert Fagg up in P1, doing a fantastic job of driving. You know you're doing good when the broadcasters don't even get to talk about you because you're so far up that we can't keep our attention on you, because let's face it, you're all by yourself, bud. But doing a killer job up here all by himself. He has been up there, and there you see it, a great graphic there shown by Kane Kraft that shows he has almost a 12-second lead over his teammate Jim Pankton in the 2nd position. Not to take anything away from Jim Pankton, as he has really impressed us this race, being in P2 and just holding it down. He's had pressure from Fabrizio Battistella and CP Allen for the majority of this race and hasn't let it bother him not one bit, Kane.
We are on the last lap, and these three are definitely going to be trying hard to see who can make it to the front of this little pack and take that second place spot. Oh! CP Allen goes wide and into the wall. Heat in the air. Somebody call a ambulance.
Trouble. Oh no, that has got to be on the next wreck video. Oh my gosh. You're gonna have to call the meat wagon on that one. It's in trouble.
Goodness sake.
Gosh, that car is toast. And somebody got caught up in that. They wrecked into CP pretty hard, but I couldn't tell who it was because it happened so fast, Kane. Good grief. We will look at that further at the conclusion of the race. That is unbelievable.
It does
right
look
now,
like Jim Pankman is coming across the line in second place. Fabrizio in third. That's just an unbelievably awesome race.
And your winner here in race number 3 is Robert Fagg.
Looks like that was Douglas Beard that got into it.
Yeah.
Gerard still finishing up his race. He's got Eddie DiPaolo. That wasn't Mara.
Yeah, that's actually Drew Lidke in the 72, but and right behind him, of course, you're right, is Eddie DiPaolo.
Yeah.
And as they finish up, I will do a final rundown in just a moment. Here we are, our leader. Congratulations to the number 28 driver of Robert Fagg for getting this third victory, or race 3 victory. Doug Beard was not able to get that hat trick, but a fantastic run here at Watkins Glen, to say the least. But congratulations to the winner of race 3, Robert Fagg, for taking P1. He is our checkered flag. He'll be heading over to victory lane here in just a moment. In second place, his teammate. Gotta love it when your teammate finishes in second after you've won the race. So Jim Pankman takes the second position. Real proud of him the way that he drove tonight, Kane.
Yeah,
Fabrizio,
he definitely deserved that second position. He's had a little bit of a rough time in the first half of the season, but he come back tonight and had a good strong second place finish. And he had some serious competition. He had the hounds on him the whole time.
Yeah, he did, and he was able to shut down the competition. That competition was the number 83 of Fabrizio, getting the podium position and there, getting the final podium spot here in race 3 at Watkins Glen. He finished 12.38 seconds behind leader Robert Fagg, and then back in fourth place is scored as Drew Lidke. Of course, Eddie DiPaolo was back in. He scored in fifth. And then everybody else finished lap down behind them. When we look back, it's the number 16 of C. Allen in sixth. Seventh was scored as the number 25 of Kyle Herron. Number 27 of Mario Gerard finished eighth, while Douglas Beard was able to salvage ninth. And tough for him. I know he wanted to get the trifecta here, but was not able to score it, so he finished in ninth. Back in 10th place was the number 66 Kia of Simon Goodwin. Jim Egan in the blip shift Kia finished in the 11th position, while 12th went to Peter Hebron. Matt Gelder scored in the 13th, although I don't think he ever made the grid.
I never did see him out on the track. That's a shame.
Yeah, something had to have come up for him. Sometime, drivers are real people, and they have things that come up, and they have to run or they have to leave and are unable to make the race. So tough go at it for the number 69 monster teammate of Douglas Beard. That is Matt Gelder. Well, Kane, I say that Watkins Glen was an absolute huge success. Really enjoyed it. I am so proud of several drivers here. One of the drivers I really am proud of is Jim Pankton for stepping up. Definitely big improvement to see him the way that he really held off CP Allen at one point and Fabrizio Battistella. You mentioned earlier that earlier this season he kind of had a rough start, but man, what an improvement we've seen from that number 77 driver.
Yeah, it was the three of those guys provided some excellent racing tonight and some great entertainment. That was an exciting race, and I'm really excited to see Jim come out of there with the second place finish. Not to take anything at all away from Fabrizio or Eddie DePaula. Those guys are both excellent racers, and they definitely tried super hard to get that position.
They sure did. Can I say can we make another wreck highlight video from Watkins Glen?
Yeah, we might need to, because there were some awesome ones.
You can get kind of sour when it comes to getting in a bad accident, but it sure makes for some great entertainment. And boy, we had some fantastic accidents here at Watkins Glen, if there can be such a thing. I think the winner of the we're gonna have to start having a wreck of the week, but I think that wreck of the week has to be that last one that we saw, Kane. Unbelievable. Was that Eddie DePaula? Who was that in that final wreck?
That was CP Allen.
I meant CP Allen. There you go. I had a brainwash there for a second.
Yeah, but it's that when they say 0.1, it does that to you.
Goodness. Unbelievable accident there. Well, hopefully, guys, we'll be able to get some folks with you real soon here for an interview. I know sometimes after the race, these guys are extremely tired. It takes a lot of focus for these drivers to be able to maintain that focus, Kane, for such a long period of time. A lot of guys that watch racing or have never done it before really can appreciate the mental focus that guys have to have for an hour and a half, 2 hour time period that they're in these races. It is extremely difficult to stay that focused for that long, and sometimes when you get done with a race, it's just mentally and physically exhausting.
It is. And so what people don't realize, even though this is a simulator, your heart rate gets up there, and especially when you're in a battle like Jim Pankton and Fabrizio Battistella was. I mean, those guys are probably dripping with sweat, and their heart rates were probably at 120 the whole race.
I mean, you have to be absolutely right on, because when you're concentrating that hard and that wheel's fighting with you, I mean, it is just, next thing you know, your hands are sweating. I know I saw a guy the other day, he said, how come guys wear gloves when they're racing on race sims? I said, well, when you're focusing on a race and you're in a heated battle, your hands start to sweat just like in a real race car. And, you got to have those gloves on so you don't slip the wheel.
Yeah, and some of these guys run such a realistic setting on their wheels that it'll jerk the wheel out of your hand, especially if you got some sweat on them. The curbs, the way they pull on the wheel, it's a lot of force.
It's just so amazing what kind of job iRacing's really done with this sim. I know you mentioned it earlier, Kane, but really have stepped it up. I just cannot wait to see what comes next from them. They always amazing me. It's just so thankful we have a sim to run on like iRacing. But congratulations to both winners here tonight. Douglas Beard winning races 1 and races number 2 here at his home track of Watkins Glen. Always one of my favorite stops on the circuit. In winning race number 3, congratulations goes out to the number 28 driver of Robert Fagg. And Kane, have to go back to that point sheet you pulled out at the beginning of race number 2 as we looked at the points going into Watkins Glen. Robert Fagg was on top, but just by a measly 4 points, I think it was. Yes, 4 points was in between these drivers. We had 216 total to 212 that was held by Douglas Beard. So with Doug Beard winning races 1 and 2, Robert Fagg did what he had to do by winning race number 3 to try to stay aboard that lead. But I don't know if it's going to be enough, Kane.
Oh, wait a second. Look at position number 4 there. Ellis Stevens, he didn't even show up tonight, so he's going to fall back considerably, especially with the run that Fabrizio Battistella had. So
that's what I was.
See poor Ellis drop a couple positions probably.
Yeah, I was mentioning that at the beginning of race number 2. I really was wondering where Ellis Stevens was. It was unfortunate he did not get to make it in that blue Kia tonight. Missed him big time. Hopefully he'll have a return next week.
Oh, I should have listened to you a little better when you were mentioning that. I wouldn't have made such a big deal about it, but I was working on something, trying to get something going while you were doing that, and I was occupied.
Oh no, quite all right. My brain goes everywhere because I love racing so much. Me and you are very similar, and we get into these races, and it's very easy to become a fan and forget what you're doing. It really is. And
there's
but
no
you're
doubt
always
that I am a fan. I can tell you that I've got me a couple favorites in this league, and I'm counting them. I think I got about 22.
Yep, me too, buddy. I'm right there with you, and really proud of everybody that ran today. Y'all did I'm always proud of the guys, but they really put on a great show for us. Huge success for Watkins, and it never seems to amaze me.
Speaking of
what
fans,
these guys do.
I mean, there's no doubt that you're a huge Mario Girard fan, and we got Mario Girard here for another interview for you.
That's right, one of my favorites here, Mario Girard. Mario, I wished you luck, and I think I put the curse on you. We got to get it away, but I'll tell you something in just a second. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you guys?
Oh, we're doing better now that we're talking with you, because I told Kane earlier, I said, you know what? I said, a very, very unfortunate weekend for Mario. I said, but what would happen? I said, what would make all this go away is Mario Girard wins Bathurst in the GV8 series Monday night.
Wow, that's a big step.
It could happen, and that's why I love racing. It really could happen. I'm not going to sit there and hold you to that, but I know it was a rough night for you. Just got caught up in some wrong into some things tonight, didn't you, buddy?
Yeah, but I have to admit that even on the last race, the guys were giving a lot of room, and everything was really good and fine, and I really enjoyed. Well, I guess we have few race incident and thing happened because we have different drivers and skill between each other, and again in the chicane, it's a really tough place on the track, and we tried to pass Peter, and he gave us some room, but I guess I was coming too fast, and
no, it's really understandable, Mario. That section is hard in the car that you race on this track, but it's really, really in that Kia. I told you guys the other day, I don't know how you drive this thing. Just to give some of the guys that maybe have never got a chance to drive this front wheel drive vehicle, it is so hard that I can actually make some laps happen in the V8 supercar, but I get into this Kia and I cannot get it around the track. I mean, I just can't do it. I can't consistent laps down like you guys can, and it's a privilege to see you guys what y'all do every week when in here, and the way that the points are so tight. You realize going into this race, Mario, our second place drivers only had 4 points between them.
Wow.
And that was Douglas Beard in second, and in first was Robert Fagg. And now we have Douglas Beard 2 races tonight and Robert Fagg taking 1. So that is just an unbelievable. I mean, like I said, Hollywood couldn't have scripted this better. I mean, this is just how it's going so far, folks. It is just amazing. Really happy to have you a part of it, Mario. I'm rooting for you all season long, and I know sooner or later things have got to turn around. You actually ran the 3rd fastest lap in practice. You ran really good here. You just got caught up in some bad situation.
Yeah.
Because if I look, as I looked your laps and the way that you were running here, you actually ran just as good as anybody here tonight. And unfortunately, it just in every single race you found an unfortunate event took place, and it's, sometimes you just can't help it. It's just the way that the luck is. I mean, let's face it. The other day, I'm still trying to boost my safe rating, and I had a week. It was 2 weeks ago. And every single race I was in, Mario, and I even led a couple laps in an official iRacing race, which I never do. But I lost so many safety rating points because I just had a week. I got caught up in other people's mess. It just happens. I mean, I'm not saying it was all their fault, because it was, some of it was mine, but that's just the way luck goes sometimes as a race car driver. Is you just have some times where you just seem to get on the bad end of a deal. So, better luck next time. Like I said, though, I thought you ran very well here tonight. Other than the little mishaps that happened, you ran, as far as lap times goes, just as good as anybody on the track. So, I know that's got to give you a little confidence moving forward. I know if you can get in a race and run just a clean race through all 3 races here, I know that'll really boost the confidence back up. But always good to talk, Mario. Kane might have something for you.
I've got no doubt that we'll see Mario back up at the front of the grid before long. He's a good skilled driver, and heck of a nice guy. We enjoy Mario.
Well, thank you very much, guys.
Always a privilege to have Mario with us.
Yeah, and looking forward for next one.
Yeah, we had on the screen just a minute ago, as Kane was showing you our ad for next Monday night, guys. Come join us for the TV8. We will be live at Mount Panorama Bathurst for our enduro race. This is going to be an event you do not want to miss, guys. Please come by and watch it live. That's the only way to watch it. We have a fantastic group of drivers. Mario Girard will be one of the drivers. He will be attacking the mountain, and hopefully the mountain will not be attacking Mario. And I really look forward to seeing you run there, buddy.
Well, thank you, and see you all there.
Absolutely, buddy. That's Mario Girard, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank him for stopping by. We look forward to seeing him. Actually, we'll be coming to you. I want to announce we'll be coming to you live Saturday evening, as we will be doing the qualifying run for the Mount Panorama race. And so good luck at that, Mario.
Top 10 shootout, which will be the very first time that Grissom has attempted that. Should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that on Saturday. That's going to be really fun. It's something new. Anytime we have something new, it's really exciting. I think it's going to turn out really nice. So really excited to that. But make sure you guys stop by next Monday night. That is for the GV8 and our endurance race. It's going to be a 31 lapper at Mount Panorama. So make sure you guys are there for that. And this is the GTCC, so next week will be week number 7, Kane. And where will we be racing?
I think. Are we off that week?
You know what? I think we are off that week.
Isn't Branch Hatch?
Oh, yeah, our next one's at Brands Hatch. That is correct, Mario. Thank you for letting us know that.
Yeah, and
Brands
then Mosport, and then off again. So we still got a couple more races before we get a vacation.
So Brands Hatch will be coming up next week, in the GTCC. So we're really looking forward to seeing that as well. That'll be next Tuesday night. Same time, guys, same channel. Look, really enjoyed all 3 races tonight. I want to congratulate our winner of race 1 and race number 2. That's the number 23 driver of the Monster Kia. That's Douglas Beard for winning race 1 and number 2. This is his home track, so I know that meant a lot to really get the victory here tonight. Also battling him in the point standings and battled really hard. He really knew he needed that 3rd win, and he got that win in race 3. That's Robert Fagg. Congratulations to him as well for a job well done here in upstate New York at the Glen. Well, Kane, if that's all for tonight, I think we're going to have to close up shop here. This is Awesome TV. We want to thank GetDirtyMX.com for being on board with us all season long. They have really been an outstanding sponsor to us. We love being with them. And you guys make sure you go by and pay them a visit. Tell them that you heard about them through Awesome and the broadcast. It'll make me smile. I'm sure it'll make you smile. Thanks again, everybody. Please come back by as we go attack the mountain on Monday night with the GV8 series. So looking forward to that. And then GTCC will be right back here. The action will be next Tuesday night starting around 8:30 each time as we head to Brands Hatch for some intense racing. On behalf of Grossim, and this is J.D. Smith alongside me and Kraft Mario Gerard. Thanks for the interview, bud. We will be right back actually, we'll be back Saturday. So until then, guys, y'all have a great night, and let's get back to racing.